Hey, my friends, welcome to our live training. My name is Mark McNeely, and I'll be your host and presenter today. And I am what's called a cosmetology marketing coach. So, yay, I know you guys excited. You're getting ready to go back to school. I know for many of you, you felt like, man, you've already been to school, and you're probably asking yourself, why in the heck do you need this information? Okay, and this information is going to be critical to your business. It's definitely valuable. Okay, it's definitely valuable, and this information here is not, it's not taught in schools. Okay, and it's sad to say, but again, nevertheless, you're going to have your hands on some valuable information. So I highly recommend that you stay tuned, stay locked in. We're gonna break this. This is gonna be a training series. So we're gonna keep this first part of the video series a little short. This will just be the informational video. Okay, it's gonna give you more of some theory a little bit, and it's going to give you more about me and why I'm qualified to teach you this information. Okay, so let's jump in. Let's rock and roll. I'm excited again, and I'm just want to let you guys know I'm not a professional speaker, so if I stumble or slip up over some words, please forgive me. I just want to get this information across to you as smooth as possible. So I'm excited to have you here. Let's rock and roll, guys. So who is Mark McNeely? I know you're probably asking yourself, how in the heck did I get to this training webinar? Well, I want to let you guys know that it's not by an accident that you got here. Everything was planned. Okay, you probably saw an ad, you saw something, you clicked on it, and then you put in some information, and then now you're here looking at me and learning more about who I am. But really, guys, this is not about me, it's about you. But I know it's fair to really just give you more information and more details on who I am and why I'm qualified. Okay, I think that's very, very fair, and that's reasonable. So that's why I like to do this. But this is not about me. But anyway, Mark McNeely is basically a normal guy. I'm like, if you're a guy, I'm just like you. I'm normal, very down to earth. I have humble beginnings, and I love helping people. I'm a people person. I enjoy this industry. I enjoy what this industry has done for me and my family, as well as others. Okay, because that's how I am. That's how I roll. It's about others getting what they need. Okay. And basically, this is my wife. We've been married now for going on four and a half years, and I'm 30 at the time of this video. These are my two energetic boys. They get really on my nerves sometimes, but I love them so much. I tell you, they bring so much joy to us. And these are just some pictures of me traveling, my family. We're out to eat, eating some lunch, and just going to the mountains, the beach. I mean, we live, guys, a lifestyle that most folks could only imagine. And we're humble. We're blessed by God to be able to do this and to be in a position to be able to help you. So real quick, about me, I pretty much had a background. I say had, or I have a background in social work. I got a degree from Florida Atlantic University in Boca Raton. Not that that matters, but that's, I did that and got my undergrad degree in social work because I enjoy helping people. And somehow, some way, this all tied together because I'm still able to help people, but now it's just from a different aspect. Met this beautiful woman here, and man, this lady has been a joy. She's been a blessing, very spiritual, everything. But anyway, she had a cosmetology background about since she was 10 years old. And she's been doing hair. I know some people say, well, how do you have a cosmetology background at 10? But she's been doing hair and nails and makeup ever since she was 10. Okay, practicing on her friends and family, and then she actually got good, and then people would ask her to do their hair, and she was doing people's hair at the church. Or I mean, it's just crazy. So she kind of had a pretty much a passion and a skill set that developed at an early age. Okay, if that makes sense. And for me, I just kind of fiddled around with the clippers here and there. My mom bought my first pair of clippers at the age of I think I was about 8 or 10, and she couldn't afford to continue to cut my hair. and or take me to the barbershop, consistently to get a haircut. So one day she said, "Hey, you're gonna learn how to cut your own hair." So that's what I did. I learned how to cut my own hair, and that's actually how I started in this industry. Okay, I did not go to school. I did not go to cosmetology school, but this is how I got started or introduced to anything cosmetic, cleaning, facial, hair. That's how I actually got into it. But my wife, she actually went to school. She's licensed, and we now have our own business, running a cosmetology business now. So that's kind of like how we got involved. We got started. We met. I actually met my wife, and we meshed. And she was in school, and I actually began a career in marketing. All right, online marketing, network marketing. All right, that's where my background after the social work. That's what happened. So. I know you're probably trying to understand how do they relate. It's gonna all make sense. I'm gonna tie this all together so it makes sense, guys. But so my background after school was marketing, network marketing, joining business opportunities, and trying to make money and stuff like that. So I actually was pretty much going to school for that. That's basically what it is. I was going to school for that, and learning and being mentored on how to do that. My wife, she was actually in cosmetology school. She actually, once she graduated, she actually started out paying booth rent, working for someone else, and she immediately began to struggle. All right, like many of you right now, you're struggling. You're not seeing clientele. You probably have to pay booth rent if you're watching this training, and you're like, man, what am I gonna do? I only have enough money to pay the booth rent. I didn't even make a profit. Exactly. We've been there, she's been there, and we're going to show you how to get out of that. So how am I qualified to give you this information? Well, let's see. I'm going to show you some income proof. This is one of my smaller PayPal accounts, and this is just some activity that happened. As you can see, it's really outdated. I just grabbed some slides, but it's from 2014. But as you can see, 2 payments that came in while I was asleep, guys. $96.80. Okay, while I was asleep. Okay, I took a screenshot of it and I posted it. And guys, that type of lifestyle, that type of income, okay, this is not to brag or boast, but most people in the cosmetic world, it may take them, a certain amount of hours or a certain amount of people. If you're a barber, it takes a lot of clientele to see a $200 day. You have to do a lot of heads, or charge a certain amount. You have to work a certain amount of hours to get that, guys. I was able to do this while I was asleep. Okay, so let's keep looking at some things here. Here's another one of my PayPal merchant accounts where I received 64 payments, okay, which totaled into $5,800 in 10 days, minus the PayPal fees. As you guys can see here, guys, these are the type of transactions and numbers, and this is my report from March 1st 2014. All right, and so this is a monthly sales report. So how does this relate to what it is that you're here for? This relates basically because you want to know, am I qualified to be able to help you and give you the tips and tricks and the resources that I use to be able to crush pretty much anything. All right, this information here, what you see here is basically my ability to market and promote different products, services, as well as different businesses to other people. All right, that I do not know personally. Okay, but these are people that are interested. They've purchased products and services. They were interested in learning more information or finding out more or whatever. And so the goal is, what I'm able to do, guys, is teach you and train you on what it is that you need to do and what it is that you can start doing every single day, week, and month to actually have, of course, whatever I'm promoting has different price points, but whatever you're trying to promote, your product or service, or get more clientele, guys, it works the same way. The only difference is that I have a business and promoting something different other than cosmetology, but it's all connected. And we've all tested this information, and it works like a charm. All right, so this is, like I said, this is just something here Here's some more proof. This is another company that I was with. And this is not to entice you to get you involved in a network marketing or business opportunity. That's not what this is. This is just showing you guys to be able to have results and success like this. Okay, you have to be able to market. Okay, the goal is, it doesn't matter what your company is, your product is. It doesn't matter if you're a nail tech. It doesn't matter if you're a hairstylist, a hair salon, hairdresser, massage therapist. It doesn't matter what it is. If you're doing facials, the same information applies. It's just to a different targeted person. It's a different marketplace, a different person. So once you understand that, you can pretty much do anything. All right, so here's another company here that I was rocking with, TVC Matrix. All right, and as you guys can see, these are weekly deposits coming into my bank account. One for $2,685 in a week, another one for $1,745, another one for $2,185, and another one for $1,265. And if you total all that up, I'm not going to total it up. I mean, that should be well over 8 or 10 grand, something like that. But this is the type of success that I've been able to have in this industry. Well over a 6-figure earner. So what I'm saying to you guys is that it happened because we turned to the internet. Okay, we turned to the internet and we learned the skills that were needed. Okay, to be able to make our cosmetology business grow. It's really my wife, but we're in this thing together. Okay, and so that's what we were able to do. Now, these are the keys, guys, which took us to success. We learned the right skills to be successful, guys. See, in life, in anything you do, you have to learn the right skills. If you need more business, if you need more clientele, you got to learn the right skills. They're not just gonna pour in. That's number one. We learned that. Okay, it doesn't matter how good you are. You could be very talented. My wife was extremely talented. I mean, she's not the best thing on the earth, but she was extremely talented. Okay. And there were several others that were extremely talented. But if no one knows you exist, okay, they're not going to find you. They're not going to know where to find you. So they're going to go to the next person that is. All right. So we had to learn the right skills to be successful. We had to learn how to market online. Okay. You got to learn how to market and promote yourself. You can do it online. You can do it offline, but you have to learn this skill set. It's not hard. I'll teach you. You got to learn how to leverage the 1 billion plus people on the internet, guys. There are so many people, guys, online in your local area, where you have a salon, a business, but the problem is you don't know how. You've never been taught how to put your information or put yourself in front of these people. Okay, and again, like I said, it's not by accident that you're here. And you have to learn how to sell products. Many of you have great products. Many of you have your own product line. Many of you may be affiliates of other products. But if you don't know how to sell them to the right target market, guys, then you're basically just shooting yourself in the foot. All right. And again, targeting the right areas. Guys, there's a ton of people in your local area right now that is looking for you, but you're not in position. Okay, they're looking for what you have to offer, but you're not in position. All right, so guys, by the end of this training series, you're gonna know what it is that you need to do to be in position to start really cranking out great business. All right, so with the information, we found that we were able to build a huge clientele. All right, so we went from not struggling anymore, from not just really getting upset and stressed out because you don't have the clientele, guys. With this information that you're going to get your hands on, all right, this is what happened. We were able to help others achieve success in their cosmetology business, okay? Because it's about others. And we were able to train others to duplicate similar results for their business, products, and services, okay? So that's the main goal. I'm excited to help you. And so what we're going to do is click the next video below on this page. We're going to get into more of the theory of what it is that you need to start implementing and start doing, all right, to see better results.